Positive vibes.
I'm wearing my Too Easy shirt today. You see that?
God dang it, bro. I still haven't sent you the money for the shirt.
Oh, no, it's all good. It's all right. Too Easy.
You know
will
why?
be broke.
Because you didn't freaking send me the email like you were supposed to.
Troy, the email is probably the easiest email. tooeasycrypto@gmail.com.
All right.
Come on.
Come on, wait, huh? I do this shit with no pressure. Run up the backers and put up the.
Let's hit the quote. Let's hit it.
Wait, we're not having that part. We can't have that part.
Why? You can't read the quote?
Because I wanted to tell you that this is the last time I have to climb in my little hole of a studio. I think this is the last episode we'll be here.
Ooh.
Then it's Scottsdale gated community. I'm like Kodak Black, I'm a suburban dude now.
Look at me. Hey. I don't stay in the projects anymore. I'm not a project baby anymore. I'm a suburbs kid. I'm a suburban.
All right, guys. Welcome to the Easy Side update. We got episode 27. Is it 27 finally?
It is episode 27. I feel like the numbers are aligning because
They are.
27, that was my number when I played baseball. Of course, I retired early to be a crypto podcaster, but my favorite player was Vladimir Guerrero growing up. And Vladimir Guerrero Jr., I thought he was going to be in the home run contest, but, he has a hurt wrist. He doesn't want to hurt it, so he's not going to hit a bunch of home runs like 500 feet. And I was like, what a crazy world on top of Ethereum going up 60%. I was like, this is where we're supposed to be.
Abso-freaking-lutely, dude. Nobody wanted to buy at the bottom.
I feel like if you did, you were pumped. Like an hour ago when I was getting ready, I was like, oh my God, this podcast is going to be so freaking awesome because crypto's up. It's been a while.
It has been a minute.
I thought we were just like recording our downfall for a bit. I'm like, yep, no, here's how I lost all of my money.
Yeah, no, it's been brutal. We haven't had a good solid run since we started putting out the podcast, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think the most exciting it got was like early in the year when Zcash started to go against the market.
Yeah,
it was a good time. We were like, Zcash 120, next 120,000.
Yeah. Love that. V-chain to 28 cents. Or what was it, 82 cents?
Yeah, 80 cents. I mean, hey, I'm not done.
Yeah.
That was before the UFC. Now the UFC, I'm thinking V-chain to like...
At $28.
28,000.
28,000. Oh, God, cringe. But
people are like, yeah, I'm actually done listening.
Yeah,
but this gives us a break. Shout out to Revival, the guy.
Yes. Hey, very nice.
We got him in there. Shout out to Easy Tyler,
shout out to Easy Tyler. Shout out Revival. It's definitely wild that this man has been a part of everything we've been doing for a hot minute. But what the cool thing is knowing that people are watching. So, I really appreciate people actually listening and going, all right, hold on. These guys may be on to something. And
right. Especially during a time when all of our family is like, hey, you got to quit that crypto stuff. It's going to zero. It's just sad at this point.
Yeah, it's been tough.
Dang it, dude. There's a cuss word in the quote again. Here's the quote. I do this with no pressure. Run up the back ends and put up the extra.
Yo, you made my back hurt.
Whoa, please don't yell that over the mic when there's no video context. My goodness.
Ow, dude. Laughing too hard.
Shout out to
good.
Rowdy Rebel. Shout out to Free Slime, Free Young Thug, Free the Guys. Shout out to Happenings.
Yeah, shout out to Happenings. Fud Fit, long live.
Long live the Fud Fit.
That's right. Fudverse, you have entered into it.
All right, so take us into this quote.
Yes.
So I believe that you were talking about how the second half of the quote is kind of sus, but, would you want to talk about that?
And then you said, I love you.
We're moving on.
That's cool. All right.
So, Not a chance.
Do the thing where it just like makes us either talk fast really quick and then you just go
Or
not
really
a chance.
Okay, I could do that. What's been a trend between you and I is us finding these songs like minutes before we put it out on Monday, which I kind of like that vibe because it kind of sets the tone of what we're putting out for everybody. But this morning, it's like we are looking at cryptocurrency as a passive income, and we keep like trying to teach people that. And I'm super blessed to see that you opened up that book, Richest Man in Babylon, during this time, like when shit is tough. And so
I didn't have a choice. I had to read. I was so poor, I couldn't do any entertainment. I was like, how about I pick up a book, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Everybody's talking Web3, and I'm just like, yeah, no. Do you guys have the paperback?
So you got that book, and when you opened it up, you started texting me things that you're like, dude, this makes so much sense. And the number one part is obviously 10% pay yourself, right? That's the key takeaway of this book for sure. Now, the other key takeaway for me was the taking large amounts and earning crumbs with those large amounts, and those crumbs adding up to loaves of bread. We've talked about this, but that's where I got it from, right? That's where it really became like made a lot more sense after I read that book.
And all of this makes sense, and that's why the quote is the quote this week. We're running up the back ends. We're building up that passive income.
Yes.
We got staking rolling in. We're
That's
putting
right.
up the extra, saving our 10%. Let's go.
Let's go.
Tell us the $1 million question. Why crypto when 49% of the people are laughing at you for being in crypto and 49% of the people think you're insane? And then you're just out here trying to make friends with the 2% left.
Okay, that was good. After the housing crisis in 07 and 08, the idea of Bitcoin blossomed. The crisis of millions of Americans losing their homes, lives, and wealth is what gave life to Bitcoin. Taking away finances from so few and giving the power to many to bank for themselves is what cryptocurrency stands for. When you ask that question, what happened last time Bitcoin went through a recession, and I give you that answer, it's really stuck with you and I. It's like definitely been like something we've referred to quite a few times now.
Yep.
And getting to understand that point, I want to say this right here. Crypto gives you opportunities that banks take advantage of: interest rates, yields, lending, and borrowing. And these advantages have only been given to people that run corporate America. And so these opportunities are being spread out as opportunity for everyone to be invested into this type of industry. And so that's why we're so hype, and that's why crypto. So one last thought on this. You've brought up about the recession, Bitcoin. This is why Bitcoin was created, was to decentralize that industry that keeps the 1% the 1%, right? The part that we all hate and talk about and wish you could even have, though, right? That type of wealth is just silly, though.
If I had that kind of wealth, I'd probably just film myself doing crack naked in my bathtub.
Hell yeah! I'm glad.
Be like my dad's probably the president. I'll be fine.
I'm glad you couldn't let it go.
Okay, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, I know. I haven't thought about that since last week, but I mean, when it comes to blockchain technology, I'm always just like, when is more transparency ever been a bad thing?
Yeah. Absolutely.
And then you nailed it with the second paragraph as well, talking about interest rates and yields. And I sent you that video of Sergey Nazarov from Chainlink, one of the co-founders, and he makes it too easy for everybody else. And here's what he had to say.
I think that's what DeFi is about in a practical sense. It is this clarity about your risk. It is control over your assets. And amazingly, at the same time as having those two unbelievably useful properties, it is actually superior yield, which just leads me to the very obvious conclusion that the only reason DeFi isn't more used is because more people don't know about it. And by virtue of this long kind of, explanation here and elsewhere, more people will know about it. And it's just such an obviously superior solution that I haven't heard a single explanation as to why, no, don't earn 8% and take less risk and have more transparency with your assets. Earn 7% less, take more risk, and give people the ability to change the rules on you at their discretion. Go do that.
Getting into the crypto news, we're starting off with the feds. Dude, sometimes I can't look at a word and then say another word. Then just a other word comes out. All right, getting into the crypto news, we have the feds recognize Bitcoin's Lightning Network innovation. The Federal Reserve recently published a working paper called The Lightning Network, Turning Bitcoin into Money. So my first thought from this was the SpongeBob scene when they're wrestling at the Fry Cook games, and SpongeBob and Patrick. Well, Patrick somehow, went from like he couldn't open to a lid to now he's just the Fry Cook playing in the Fry Cook games against SpongeBob SquarePants.
Right.
And they're wrestling, and then they're like clothes rip off, and then they're like, "You do care." That's how I felt about the feds.
Oh, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good. Way to just alley-oop yourself your own meme, dude. That is
Dude,
great.
that's how I do it. I bounce it off the backboard and I freaking throw it down, just like I did on the Nerf hoop. Probably way too old, but you can only dream,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you think? Lightning Network approved. They're
Yeah.
like, wow, this is beautiful. I can't believe it helps out Bitcoin that much, right?
Yeah, so it's a lady out of, I think it was the Ohio Fed, but the paper still had to be published with oversight from the Fed. I would assume, and knowing that it got approval to be published, and the Fed has not said no, we don't support these opinions. This was like an actual educational article, which is really cool. When you go to the link on the website, you can actually see how they have papers on different financial topics that they share their insight on. And it's really cool to know that this is even being recognized. So just the acknowledgement of blockchain for its innovation is absolutely beautiful right here. This is a great way to start off the article for me personally. And kind of segues into our next part. Everybody thinks that people are saying up or down, right?
That's what they're saying. Kevin O'Leary, he warns of major crypto panic event is coming.
Yeah.
He says, I don't believe we've seen the bottom yet. And he was talking about how we haven't seen like one of the major players go to zero. But I don't know.
Right.
I'm like, hey, Luna did. Come on. That's one.
That's a gigantic
That was
player.
enough pain.
That was a top 10.
I was like, how do we approach this part of the article? Because I was like, man, today's been such a fire day. I was like, I don't want to be talking
Debbie
bearish
Downer
stuff right now. I'm like, dude, we're going to 100,000.
Well, there's...
'Cause-
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say Benjamin Blunt's, when he tweets Ethereum full send with 3 rocket emojis, I'm like, oh frick yeah.
That's the
so,
vibe.
Of course I was like, hey, I commented and I was like, Ethereum's about to go Leroy Jenkins right into the market, and it did. It was freaking crushing it today.
Love that. So you nailed it. How are we gonna talk about this topic when like the day has been pretty sick and we've been waiting for a day like this for a while? I think it's simple right here. He refers to his experience dealing with investments in the past as what is feeding his gut to why he has an outlook for lower lows. His experience is valid, but do the fundamentals in the traditional markets always have to apply to cryptocurrency? And so I'm not saying yes or no. I'm not the market moving guru guy over here, but common sense says buy low, sell high, buy when nobody else wants to, sell when everybody else says you're silly for doing so, and do the opposite of what mostly the masses do. And at this point right here, I understand where Kevin O'Leary is coming from in the sense of like the stock market. It's, things, I don't know if we've seen a bottom, definitely with that for sure, in my opinion. I'm
right.
not,
Especially with interest rates coming up and, the feds, they're probably going to rate that, not the feds. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
the
it's the
feds.
feds, yeah.
Now my brain's all freaking wumbo jumbo right now. But yeah, with interest rates about to go up again, I mean, you can expect, what usually happens when interest rates get raised.
So let me hit you with this point. Check this out, right? So you still have interest rates, maybe, possibly, stock market. We don't know. It's looking tough, though. It's had a pullback. It's entered into recession territory. Okay, cool. Now, cryptocurrency. Buyers and sellers is what we've been seeing control the markets, right? We've seen people with the businesses, but the blockchains are still there. They're still working, right? There is congestion, maybe. There is a fork. There's an upgrade here, an update there, whatever. But the thing here is the utility example, Ethereum, and I know we go into it later, but oh wow, that's actually the next article.
Yeah, but I was trying to get a little more from this.
Oh, sorry.
Well.
Sorry, let me hit this last thought on this because it does have to deal with this. It's you have utility coming into play and people actually using the ecosystems, right? Ethereum, think about how many decentralized applications are built on that. And I know we touch on it, but it's like, that being said, like, how can you say the buyers and sellers are going to dictate the price action? So that's where I'm like, okay, Kevin, of course, I'm going to respect your opinion. You've been around for a while. The only thing I can say is it's hard to say your experience can validate the same for traditional markets to the same to cryptocurrency. You know what I mean?
Right. And I just think in general, when we know that the interest rates are going to be raised again, I was like, we should capitalize on this. And I'm hoping we break like at least 2 or 3 levels so we can afford a step back if that's what happens, as typically does when interest rates are raised. But then I kind of see what Blunt's also said today. And he was like, we accumulated at 19,000 for way longer than we initially thought. So what if the bottom was already in? And he was saying numbers like 30K, and I was like, oh, if we go 30K, no matter what happens with interest rates, we're gonna be feeling a lot better.
That would be disbelief, in my opinion, just because it's like people aren't going to believe that utility is going to outweigh the sellers, because what's going to happen is you're going to see people utilizing cryptocurrency for its actual technological development, right? Its innovative purposes, and people actually use it. That's going to attract the buyers. What happens when the buyers come in? The sellers won't have any give. The bears will be the economics of cryptocurrency are different from traditional markets, and that has to be recognized at a certain point. Decoupling, it may have been crazy 3 or 4 months ago, but as time keeps going on, it's seeming like, oh, wow, this could possibly really happen.
Yeah, so I agree with what you're saying, and I think this week was a perfect example when the utility brings in the buyers. So we had Ethereum's, first off, their test went successful, as we talked about last week, and they dropped a date, September 19th, I believe, for the merge. So, this week it's been crazy. The last time I checked, I think it was up 45%, but that's just more proof in the pudding, I think is the saying.
Mm-hmm. We love that. In my opinion, the buyers are coming in with an appetite again if the utility can prove its usefulness to lots of people around the world. So this is exciting stuff. I'm excited to see what happens here. Sorry, that message just popped up on Discord. Izzy's talking on there.
Oh, shout out to Izzy. Wait, we got to keep this part.
The betterment of the ecosystem that hosts thousands of decentralized applications and protocols will give a huge shot in the arm, just like the Lightning Network did for Bitcoin, and especially when it came out with Tor also. So Bitcoin got its shot in the arm. Ethereum's coming out with its shot. Like, what do you... come on.
Yeah, no. And I think that this is like one of the biggest moments in crypto history, if you ask me.
It might be one, because this is DeFi, man. This is like, Bitcoin's decentralized finance, but this is DeFi at its core, right? Like giving people opportunity to earn passive incomes through different, parts of the blockchain. And so smart contract allowed that to happen. So this is a big moment, kind of. Yeah, exactly right. And you and I have been seeing the gas fees go up and down over the past couple of days. It's definitely been interesting. So I'm excited for it to go through, because look at how people are still using the ecosystem, especially on a project that's got a lot of, hype in it. You're seeing people willing to spend that Ethereum gas fee. You know what I mean? And
Like us, if we're buying some Jewish NFTs.
yeah, those are lunatics. Remember, we were going to mint it. We were going to spend like $200 in gas fees. That was going to be wild.
That was, and then I sent some Ethereum to my own wallet for like $5, and I was like, oh heck yeah, good times are ahead. But
So-
I think that the crypto gods, please bless Ethereum. I'm hoping for a successful upgrade, and I think all the projects going through upgrades that are honest and they make the world a better place. I'm hoping success for all of them. So
Exactly right. And so this is a great. I don't know if you have a transition for this part, but I do. From Ethereum into the next part. Do you?
go for it.
Go for it. So when Ethereum is getting its upgrade, that's development to the software, right? And you and I have been talking about blockchain as being like software. So it's like a tangible item, right? So like the software that runs on your Apple phone, Apple computer, very, very, very valuable because of what it does for the hardware, right? So it's the software. So you think about money and the value of money, right? And value and the pretty much the track it has to go, right? It's like the tangible value in software to be able to get value to go from one person's hands to another. The value there is tremendous. Okay, so that understanding right there, let's just lay that out. Now, the value of paper currency, right? Everybody's like, that's only got, that's just paper value, right? What is paper value? Well, I mean, to some people in this world, paper value is extremely freaking valuable, so you can't knock it. Okay, cash is king. But the thing here is you have cryptocurrency, okay, as like software and a tangible product that you're using, right? People can't like disregard it anymore is all I'm pretty much getting at. And so it's like, if you want to tell me paper currency has more value than cryptocurrency, I can understand how you could say that. But the thing is when no one else can compete with the dollar and the dollar continues to lose value, what will be the repercussions for only having paper currency? We have to have another plan B. And that was Bitcoin, blockchain, cryptocurrency.
Oh, I was going to say too soon, man, too soon. But yeah, so with Europe's, what is it, their dollar essentially?
That's right.
Down 12%. Hard times.
Hard
I got a feel for him as a guy who's been down 12% many of days in a row.
Yeah, a week in crypto, huh?
Hey, but we kept buying, baby. We never quit.
No, hell no. So the transition from, into paper currency, if the dollar can't hold its value itself, right? Cash is king. And all these other paper currency economies around the world are valued to the dollar, and the dollar starts losing so much value. How will that affect other economies around the world? And that's why I go into this part. We need more than just the Fed, Wall Street, and corporate America controlling world markets. It needs to be more decentralized. Welcome to crypto. And so I spent some time on this week talking about it in Discord. I don't know if anybody saw it, but this was one of my favorite parts this week. It's like we're seeing the examples. We're even seeing the U.S. come over and be like, yo, there's some weight here. The Russians got a little scared of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, dude, there is value here that is exponential, and we're out here preaching about it, dude. I mean,
Right. And just like you said, welcome to crypto. Well, we can welcome the New York Yankees and all of their organization to crypto. We got the Yankees and all of their employees now have access to the Bitcoin savings plan. And so they say 25% of workers are interested in receiving a portion of their salary in Bitcoin, and 31% of workers under 30 would prefer to work for a company that offers Bitcoin benefits.
Damn. I mean,
we got some smart New Yorkers out there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Yankees. I've been betting on the Yankees and making decent money. Besides this weekend, they lost twice. I mean, probably should step it up. Not just for me, but for yourself. But now I feel, dude, they're fine. They've got a good record. But now I feel obligated to help out their organization by just continuing to buy more Bitcoin.
There it is. There it is. Absolutely. I support the hell out of this. This is really cool to have America's most valuable franchise baseball team out here saying, hey, we're going to offer a Bitcoin savings plan to attract even better talent to not only the team, but the faculty that provides for the team. That's an overall better win-win-win-win-win scenario for everybody,
Yep.
So,
Up until it hurts egos because, the Yankees are going to keep signing players for like $200 million deals. And one day they'll be like, man, it's crazy. I only made 1 Bitcoin for signing this 5-year contract.
hey, but
Get
that
it?
Bitcoin.
I'm saying Bitcoin, 200 million.
So I was gonna say, yeah, that Bitcoin, bro, that might be way more valuable than any contract out there right now. No, but yeah, this was a big deal, and it's cool to see who's coming together on it in the U.S. So not only that, we had
Who's coming together on it in the U.S.?
Yeah,
was that
right.
like was that a Bukkake reference?
Oh my
'Cause
God,
that's not really U.S.
No, we're not keeping that. We cannot keep. That's like that's not. We can't. You can't do that. Okay. And especially going into Disney, we can't do that. That's not right.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Can you at least just make a sound over the word? And then they'll get it. They'll get it by the gesture after.
Right.
But you're right. No, just spoil my transition, which is fine because I didn't have one. This is the transition.
Oh,
So,
I love that.
We've got Disney's Accelerator program announces. Whoa. Just kidding. That was my transition. So we had Disney's Accelerator program and the entertainment giant confirmed that this year's class target areas such as augmented reality, NFTs, and artificial intelligence. Simplistically, Disney gravitated its focus towards the technological development of Web3 companies, further driving the up-and-coming digital evolution. Mickey Mouse leading the way. That's my freaking hero.
Dude, this whole week, bro. This whole week is full of heat, bro. Everything.
Right. And that's why I was like, go back to MATIC last year and tell yourself that there's a partnership of some sort with Disney. And then you'd probably laugh and tell me, you'd either laugh or you'd tell me that MATIC is 100% over $10. And instead it's actually like 65% of its all-time high and lower than $1.
Oh, man, that is so crazy.
Yeah, but what stuck out about their accelerator program and the plans for Polygon?
So what stuck out for me is they're not only going with Polygon, they're like adding 6 selected companies for the program, and this program is to be helping develop Web3. So all of you that have been out there yelling Web3 is trash, I get it. There's trash out there. I mean, there's good corporate businesses that are absolute trash. Okay, so look, we got Polygon partnered up with MATIC. They got all these other partnerships. I don't know if all these last or live, or any of these businesses continue on, or if their projects fail, but I know that this is for Web3, augmented reality, artificial intelligence, and a better experience at their theme parks, dude. Their tickets are going to be like gold. And if they go like total blockchain with the entire company, offer tickets that have NFTs, bro, we had Tomorrowland, one of the biggest EDM concerts in the freaking world, over in Belgium, I think it is. And they just had their NFT mint go live on Magic Eden. And it's like, dude, these people are getting it. They're getting it, bro, because, I mean, they wouldn't be doing it. You just took
my brain through a time warp. I was like, wait, you're telling me Tomorrowland is now a part of Disney and it's just Web3?
No,
That's crazy.
No. Oh, my bad. No, it's like an EDM festival, but it's like the experience, bro. Look at what they're doing, and like, what if you can go into those movies with those 3D glasses? Instead, they give you glasses that are like augmented reality. Or
just like a big helmet and I'll walk around.
Yeah, I mean, dude, they're about to do. I mean, what world we're going to walk into in the next 10, 15 years, instead of being so fucking scared of it, I think we need to be a lot more excited about it. So
I'm excited. I'm going to be living like Wall-E. I'm going to be fat as heck. I'm never going to leave my spaceship. And I'm just gonna play, probably in like the Tony Hawk skate park in on the sandbox.
Oh, well done, Trizzy.
Yeah, no big
Good
deal.
shit.
No
Way
big
to
deal.
stay with the times, bro. Hell yeah, that wasn't even in the script.
Nope,
Let's go! Up the cuff!
I'm literally in Tomorrowland.
Oh my god, bro. Good for you. Good for
Yep,
you.
no big deal. One last comment on MATIC. My unstoppable domain's on MATIC, so no big deal. Just flexing that. TooEasyTrizzy.crypto.
Good shit. Good shit.
You can send me any kind of crypto you want.
Anything.
But wait until I save my addresses, because I had a little whoopsie daisy. I thought that they can use FTX, and apparently not. So back to my Coinbase freaking wallet.
Oof.
All right, it's fine. It's fine.
It's cool.
Yeah,
Well-
it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Like, you know what else is cool is Cosmos, replacing Luna with Tether, as we've talked about before. Tether fills the void for Luna's stablecoin, and I'm just saying, thanks, Do Kwon. Kind of like that voice from Harold and Kumar,
Yeah.
I feel like it's probably not acceptable to make the joke until you know that I'm half Filipino. I mean, minus the red hair, of course. But, it's what I said is definitely not worse than securing millions of dollars for yourself while your project collapses. So, he's worse than me.
Extremely so. Absolutely.
Yeah. So tell us a little more about Tether and Cosmos.
I think it's building like a really honest ecosystem. I know people hate on USDT, hate them, love them. They're here as another stablecoin being offered to the ecosystem of blockchain. But the real big deal is they're going with blockchain to blockchains. And we had DAI, wasn't it DAI, a couple months ago or whatever? So, look, there is a huge appetite for stable coins. Nobody wants to pay these governments anything when they're this ridiculously dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to almost every government in the world. Like, do you really support your people? Like, this is one of the biggest advancements in the world. You should be all in, like El Salvador. Absolutely. Why not? So this is a big deal. I like it. I love it, in fact. But I know we don't, not diehard fans of USDT, but hey, that ain't my business, dude. I've read some intense articles about USDT, like one tearing apart the founders.
Like, were you sweating? Were you at your computer and you were sweating?
Well, yeah, yeah, bro. We lose that peg, we're fucked.
Like you were on LimeWire before they did NFTs?
Yeah, there you go.
Dang, we forgot about that, right? The Soulja Boy commercial. Well, hey, we can
throw it in.
Can't nail him on. Shout out to Soulja Boy. But you were about to have a sick slide, and I was like, sick. I didn't have a transition because Bubba Crypto never lets me read my transition. We always had to, cut it and go back. And then now here's my transition. Like, I thought you were gonna just steal my transition again. So here I am with my pants down, like Patrick and SpongeBob when they were like the feds when they, just started caring about us. Wait, that just sounds weird. But you guys get it. Just rewind back to like 7-minute mark. You'll get it. That was kind of sus. Okay, so
No. Oh man. We might keep it for our own entertainment, but nobody's gonna follow along with all of that. No.
Yeah, no, it's okay. But you know what's hard to follow around with?
What's up?
It's hard to make transactions when you're left unbanked. So here's the big question. I believe like some genius podcasters were talking about this like weeks ago. One of them was like really freaking handsome and really smart with red hair. But they were talking about how like crypto can help the unbanked. And now that here's the big question from the Blockworks article. Can crypto address the biggest obstacle facing the unbanked?
Oh, love that. That's onboarding them, connecting them from a bank to be able to purchase crypto in the first place. But what happens if, like, instead people start demanding to be paid in cryptocurrency instead of dollars, and they just connect to their wallets? Are you kidding me? That would save money for not only us, right, the person having to pay taxes, but that would also save the businesses and companies money when having to pay taxes to the government as well. The government's not going to be getting their fair share, dude. That's what's so exciting about this stuff, right? The government doesn't need their fair share. They work for us. They're public servants. They don't need to get paid. They don't need to get paid. They shouldn't be walking out with fat bags and sacks of cash when they're there to serve us, the American people. Right?
I'm pretty sure
Come
Nancy Pelosi's about to make more off what is it, Nvidia, than like the whole entire
yeah.
like White House should make. According to the internet, of like our federal government employees' salaries. So
wild.
Shout out to the GOAT, the greatest trader of all time.
Yeah. With all that being said,
we should get back to the unbanked, right?
Yeah, banking the unbanked. There's ways to onboard these people, and we're I mean, come on, we're building. It's not going to happen overnight, but when it catches, it's going to catch on fast, and it's really going to advance stuff.
Were you surprised by any of like the takeaways from the article? Since we talked about this issue, but was there anything that came forth through the article that you're like, that connects a little more dots?
It was so like the headlines right now are like attention grabbing headlines, right? Anything to get somebody to just click their links because the market's at a low. So can crypto address the biggest obstacle facing the unbanked? The biggest obstacle, right? And they capitalize biggest. So my argument is, now that we know the obstacles, we know that there can be solutions like we are seeing all across the market this week. The obstacle is, how do we get cryptocurrency in the hands of the unbanked? Well, once we get like these businesses to understand that cryptocurrency is going to save them money, and it's going to demolish the bank that takes advantage of every style of business, brother. Every style of business. It doesn't matter if you're at the top or the bottom. The bank is getting their fair share. And dude, it's been like that for too long. Come on. You decentralize the way that those fees are spread out to people that want to participate in ecosystems that have utility, where people can exchange value. Get the hell out of here, dude. Yes, if that's the biggest obstacle, then okay. The businesses need to understand what their benefits are using cryptocurrency and start paying their employees utilizing cryptocurrency, like the Yankees. Come on. This is the biggest obstacle. This is not an obstacle. We know what to do here. And so, we have to make crypto work for the many first, because that is what it is all about. Because that's what's going to force the top to have to, abide by it. So,
right. And next we got the Exodus video talking 3 easy ways to earn crypto from Web3 apps. Mm-hmm. Well, so I don't know. Did you see my comments on Twitter? I was like, I watched the video, but it was actually about our sweat coin rather than stepping, because I'm sitting here waiting and I'm like, everybody's like, no, sweat coin's going to be a crypto. And then I'm looking around for like proof, and I'm like, what's good? Right. Are we? Because I've been leaving my house, and you heard how I felt about the Wally future. I don't want to freaking move out of my bed one day, but I'll walk for some crypto. Yeah. So I guess you use both now because you have Steppen and Sweatcoin. But another one that they mentioned was Basic Attention Token. Mm-hmm. Gotta love that. We love. Yep. Yeah. I'm on the Brave browser right now, and then it was even more pumped when FTX had 8% staking on that as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. During times of low points in the markets, they say buy low, sell high. Okay, common sense. But let's say this. What about during low points of the market, participating in the actual ecosystem instead of just buying, right? Participating. And that's what you and I have been kind of approaching a lot more, especially being a part of the NFT stuff and then a couple of Web3 projects. But a lot of people have been talking a lot of crap about Steppen. I get it. Hey, brand new marketplace, very volatile, extremely so. But the potential there, come on, you gotta see why there is potential there. If there's people willing to utilize the ecosystem, there is value there. If there's demand, there will be a supply. And so, I want to
infiltrate the dealer, find the supplier.
Absolutely. We might put that sound bit in here.
Infiltrate the dealers, find the supplier.
What if we find the supplier first? We don't have to worry about the dealer.
God damn. Infiltrate the dealers, find the supplier.
Romano tweeted out a picture talking about how cryptocurrency is actually like worthless. The guy is actually legit. Okay, like he's got a firm understanding of the markets. He's just coming at it from the standpoint of like, really you can't take this shit with you. You know what I mean? It's like, the value here, it's like you should have known that it was fake when buying these NFTs. Like, you're buying hype, you're buying energy, you're buying culture, and these are the things that you and I have been discussing about NFTs. But this is the same. It's the same thing across the crypto market. There's going to be different values for different reasons, and Web3, if it's developing opportunity for you to earn while doing some type of an activity, or doing some type of I guess just activity, and you earn some type of income from it, people are going to onboard to that very, very rapidly. And Basic Attention Token was one of those first ones that, I showed to our community. So Steppin's cool. I like it. I use it,
Yeah. I want to be paid for everything. So when Alex is mad at me, she's like, why is there no dishes? And I'm like, I can't create passive income from doing the dishes. But if you tokenize it, maybe I will do the dishes.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll even mop the floor. I don't know. I mean, hopefully not, because we're going to Wally World and I'm freaking in Tomorrowland, and I don't have to move because robots are cleaning my floor, which I'm hovering above.
I'm rocking with that. All running on the MATIC blockchain.
But I'm also just looking at this gift of... shoot, I blanked on his name. Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf,
To Just Do It. I feel like when he made this video and everybody was like, yeah, no, I don't get it. Do you guys get it? Like, this guy's a wild man. That's probably how literally everybody looks at the crypto market.
Oh, 100%. And we're out here screaming, just do it. I mean, that is us to a T. Yeah, I felt very appropriate using that gift this week.
But the only difference is Shia LaBeouf was having millions after all these movies, and wasn't losing. But it is what it is, because who was losing more money than us? Celsius, who I don't freaking know. I can't keep up with the journey. It's like they paid off all that stuff, and they're still in bankruptcy or whatever. But you know what they say in the finance world? It's better than Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
Huh?
Chapter 10. Yeah, no. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's my joke. So that was written in cursive. So yeah, explain what is going on, because hey, I'm just ready to be done with them, because I never used it, and I just keep seeing your name in headlines, and then people are like, yeah, freaking crypto's a freaking scam, you freaking losers. I can't believe you think you're gonna get rich.
Right. Everyone has an opinion right now about cryptocurrency, but this is the facts. Bad players got to be taken out. And real quick, before I get into this, I wanted to say this last part. Web3 and talking about those tokens, just real quick, I want to say this. At the end of the day, participation in markets do tend to favor the patient and those willing to take risks. I wanted to just touch that real quick, because Web3, participation, just a little bit of capital, you could possibly create a passive income, and that could create the crumbs that we were talking about in the beginning. Crumbs lead to loaves of bread. Crumbs are worth it, Take your value and stack your value. But
even just with Basic Attention Token, you use Brave Browser, you watch the ads or freaking skim the ads, or you don't even freaking give a crap. You scroll all the way down and you collect your Basic Attention Token.
Yeah.
Then you transfer that free crypto into FTX, and you get 8% on top of that.
Boom.
What a deal.
Rinse and repeat. But yeah, I just wanted to say that about that. But bringing back Celsius, I don't even really want to spend that much time to it. They filed bankruptcy. Their assets are going to be liquidated. People are going to be able to come in and take what's remaining of the value and pick through it. Maybe companies like FTX that are strong can come in and scoop this up. But that's the thing about markets, right? So you're seeing the markets move up, even though Celsius has filed for bankruptcy, right? This kind of news, 3-4 weeks ago, even maybe 2 months ago, would have just left the markets distraught, right? Now you're seeing the markets move upward, and yes, a little bit of a very nice pace, right? And you got bad news out here. and I mean, the thing is utility is going to outweigh the market, dude. And I don't it's so crazy when I talk to people about this. It seems to fall on deaf ears when people say they know about crypto or they talk about crypto. It's like, okay, cool. I want to discuss this part, because it's really I want to know everybody, I want to know an opinion. When people look at me and brush it off, it's like, This is not something to brush off. Traditional market people want to brush it off like it's nothing. You know, who's going to use it? Who's going to freaking use it, bro? People that like want to be free or don't want to pay their taxes to the government that doesn't give a shit about them. You know, taxation without representation is what built the United States, right? Yes, the United States was a perfect throughout the time in the lapse that it's been around. No, absolutely freaking not. But it has united some great causes and good things. So it's like cryptocurrency should blossom in one of the freest countries in the world. Absolutely. So
USA, USA. We're gonna do the USA chant again, right? That audio bite.
Yeah, we can run that.
Frick
we can run
yeah.
the USA chant.
Frick yeah, dude. So let's do the crypto moves before the last paragraph.
Okay.
Yeah?
We can do that.
All right. So we got Bitcoin over 0. So we love that. And, you know, we were crossing like a critical point at like 22.1K. We got over it for a bit. I'm not sure where we're at now, but hey, let's just keep pushing to this upper portion of these ranges.
Yeah.
Maybe break through, maybe see a little 24, 25, like when I wake up, just like the good days.
Yeah. I mentioned earlier in the beginning, disbelief. Hey, who knows? Exactly. Getting up at 3, 4 in the morning to see an extra, you know, a little bit in your value in life. Yeah. I mean, that's the cryptocurrency I love. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So Bitcoin, you had it under what? 22, 24?
No, it was above 0 because
Above zero.
until further notice, I'm like, yo, why should I even just play with it? Like I've been buying Bitcoin and Ethereum every week.
You know, I put those.
And I mean, until we both agree that it's probably not the right thing to do, then yeah, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
I got to support the Yankees, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. Bitcoin above 0, absolutely. It's funny. I post those moves on Twitter, and you would think I would remember that. But yeah, Bitcoin above 0, Ethereum above 0. I mean, these two are kind of like obvious plays. If you believe in cryptocurrency, these two plays should be in your portfolio somehow, some way. So love it.
Yeah. No, I mean, if you're here, you've probably heard of them. So, I mean, probably have them, but yeah.
What's Ethereum under? Or what'd you put? Oh, it's above 0.
Yeah, both of those. I'm sorry, dude. You know, these take like 4 hours to finish, and I make them look pretty. Yeah. So next we got Cardano under 50 cents.
Right. Earning a passive income anywhere between 3 to 5%. I mean,
yep, I'm pulling up CoinMarketCap right now to get the prices.
Yeah.
Because I know some of them were like above the prices, but when I make them, I didn't want it to like. I mean, if we're going to do this every week, I was like, yeah, no, I'm not just going to move the freaking goal line every week we go. So until things like really, really go up levels, I'm going to be like, all right, here's what you want to do. And that's kind of how, you know, I've been doing the buys. Like at times I'm looking at like the 7-day chart, 30 days. I'm like looking at who's getting hit the hardest and if there's a reasoning behind it. But, yeah, that's the way she goes. Cardano under 50 cents. And then next we got Solana under $40.
Yeah, I saw Solana was at like 41 earlier. Yeah. Not too long ago.
We're at 43 right now.
43. Wow. Okay.
But when I look around with like, I mean, I liked Ethereum, but man, I mean, it's so pumped right now. But I don't know. When you think of it, it's like Ethereum's going through their upgrade. And then you have Solana. I'm waiting for Solana to. Like, I need to know that there's some solutions behind what's going on.
Yeah, we want to see a dub with the congestion for sure. But people didn't give a shit about the congestion, bro. They were still like, yeah, we're Solana NFT people, and that's what propped up that price while Bitcoin was being pushed down by sellers. And that's, call it manipulation of the market. You got people out here betting on the price action of Bitcoin and leveraging their plays, and you know, they're over leveraged. So what happens? They get liquidated or they're insolvent and shit happens. But what happens when you have participants? And Solana kind of held up a little bit. So the congestion, imagine that, right? You get Bitcoin comes out, upgrades. Ethereum comes out, upgrades. Then you got Solana comes out, upgrades. I mean, Is this
Wait, do they have an upgrade? Because
No,
I was like,
I'm just-
when you were saying it, I was thinking of those dragon memes when like there's two tough looking dragons and
Yeah.
then there's like a silly face. But like, I mean, all jokes aside, we freaking love Solana. I mean, they do have like the dopest
good.
little NFT community.
Yeah, they have.
So I mean, I'm freaking riding with Solana. I mean,
I'm
they
riding
got
with
low
Solana.
fees.
Solana.
They got a nice freaking logo, which looks sick. But when you said liquidated, I forgot that we didn't make any jokes about how 3AC when they got liquidated, and then you see that like with the money they bought a freaking yacht. That's
Yeah.
probably
Oh,
not what
yeah.
you want to see.
Yeah, the 50 mil. Yeah.
Yep. Shout out to happenings on the news. Love
Yes,
that.
Love that, dude. Let's go. Dude, this is how the team gets stronger, bro. So that was cool to see him throw that our way because I mean, yeah, I want to know that kind of stuff. I want to know what these people are doing. These people are in control of, billions of dollars of wealth. They shouldn't have it, They shouldn't have it. Period.
Yeah.
God, dude. So, and these
Yep,
are the same. Real quick, sorry. Same style of people in the stock market, bro. These are buyers and sellers, not people utilizing. They're buyers and sellers. It's ridiculous. You can't take stock and walk into a grocery store and buy a sack of bananas. Come on. Ridiculous. But you can use Bitcoin. You can use Bitcoin. You sure
I
freaking
believe
can.
it.
Come on now. It's ridiculous. So, yeah. All right. We can move forward now. Thanks for letting me
All
get
right,
that
you
out.
got that out? Yeah, no problem.
I just wanted to clarify. bro.
Honestly, your face looks less red now. Like
All right.
you're freaking good.
Cool.
It was built up. Yeah. Speaking of built up, I mean, we got freaking MATIC's price action, which makes this freaking price feel really irrelevant, but it's still crypto, so we could be, who knows, down to 50 cents tomorrow, maybe down to 0. I don't know, but we got MATIC under 75 cents.
Yeah. We love this,
Which
right?
we're currently at 91 cents, and
No
I feel like
way.
it's only been like a day. I mean, maybe like 30
Oh my
hours since I made
God,
this list,
bro,
and I'm like, ooh.
what? Oh
Yeah.
shit, dude! Come on now. Where are we going? I don't know, man. I'm not trying to be too hype, but I mean, the market's going to be excited. The appetite for buyers are going to want to come in because utility is going to take away. I mean, come on, that makes sense, right?
I mean, I hope there's euphoric feeling where I'm like, dang it, I freaking have to buy because we're at like $1.25 now. I mean, I'm freaking rooting for the whole crypto world. Like I want maybe not the whole crypto world, but like what I have at least.
Yeah.
But it's too easy approved.
It is. It is. Absolutely. So let's go MATIC, dude. I'm rooting for him.
Yep. Next we got Link under $7. I mean, the price action, it's like very, very. You wouldn't. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It freaking is. Yeah. No. Hold on. Either way. It's because I got too many tabs open, bro.
Got too many tabs. That's
All
what
right.
it is, huh? Oh, that was good. That was good.
All right. Speaking of too many links open, I got Chainlink under $7. So I said one thing that sticks out here. Oh shoot. Oh yeah. Whoa.
I might be leaving all of this in here. This might be worth the listen.
Sometimes you can just write stuff and you're like, I did say that. No, I said that for sure. The only
you
thing
mean like
freaking- the only thing for sure is how much I freaking love Chainlink. All right, if you can get it under $6, that's freaking golden because it hates $6 and it freaking wants to get out of the $6 range. But right now we're at what are we at? We're at 681. I mean, dude, I'm still buying Link under 7. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I freaking kept buying. I bought Link like 2 different times today. I don't know why. I just felt the urge because you know why? Because I bought Link and then I read the article that was like Exodus's article of 5 reasons to be bullish on Chainlink, and I was like, you know what, you're pretty right. No, I'm bullish on Chainlink. I'm gonna buy again.
That is so good. That is so good. I have not bought in this weekend yet. I have just not gotten to it, but
You out of crypto? You gonna quit this Ponzi or what?
yeah, dude. Right when shit kind of looks maybe like things could be good, The two that I want to add to Chainlink and Algorand. I'm disappointed I didn't buy more MATIC. I mean, MATIC hadn't been on our radar for a little bit, but it's because we really wanted to spread to the top 10. You know what I mean? Like
And I do feel like our question was like, how is it going to survive when Ethereum does their upgrade? Like,
Right.
are they going to be able to sustain on their own? And
Right.
like how? And then they just hit us with, all right, that's what you're going to ask, and then
Yeah.
just Disney.
Drops Disney on us.
Have you guys heard of Disney? Perhaps I'm like, yeah, no. Bubba
Mickey?
Crypto still wears Mickey Mouse shirts.
Yo, no, I don't wear any more Mickey Mouse shirts, bro. I only wear Too Easy shirts.
That's
So,
beautiful.
That is beautiful. I've upgraded. I forked. Not funny, apparently. Thanks. Shout out to the Link Marines. Algorand, great news. 34 cents. Are we above that right now? Are we at 40 yet?
We're at 35, which I mean,
Damn.
it's been like chilling there for like a minute. I think I even was like, yeah, no, it looks like sellers are exhausted, at least on Algo and a few others. But yeah, I said momentum slowing down. Hasn't been in the range below the one from our charts in like since November of 2020 for 10 days. So I was like, I like this range, great technology, great community. And I was like, I can be patient. And I mean, FTX for 8%, you don't have to lock it up from my knowledge, but
Yeah.
governance rewards. I mean, hey,
Yeah, let's
I'm all
touch on
for,
that real quick.
like,
So you and I have talked about that this past week. That is something that I want to tell everybody. Algorand has a ton of value. The staking percent that you want to earn anywhere between anywhere around 8%. You can on FTX, and I don't know if that's how they're doing it. But like Troy just said, not having to be a part of the governor protocol and having your Algorand locked up for a certain amount of time to participate in the protocol, maybe that's not the way you want to go about it, so you can be able to have access to it. Troy's right on that. So I'm honestly gonna do it next go around when it unlocks this round that I just locked up. That will be what I will be doing, because that just makes all the sense in the world, you know.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to like divvy it up, because I learned from that news cipher time when we went up to 220. I was like, yo, all of your freaking crypto being locked for like a 2-month period, which Algo is not that, but now I have stage fright about freaking locking up any of my crypto. I start sweating, I get like PTSD about it, and I'm like, can't have that happen again. So
yeah, I mean, it is a timing thing, you know. It is. I mean, so like you just gotta, like Cosmos. You know, there will be a time where, you know, when you're ready to take profits on Cosmos, that you're going to have to unstake it off of Exodus. I mean, come on, dude. 17, 18, 19, 20% on Cosmos. I looked at it the other day at what I started with right before we started taking this climb down in January, and how much I got in there now I've earned from staking. I'm just like, you got to be absolutely freaking kidding me. That's so crazy. I mean, Cosmos is blockchain of blockchains. 2 stable coins have gone over to it, you know, utilizing the interoperability of communication between blockchain to blockchain. So exciting shit.
I literally always have it on the list, and just took it off because I was like, all right, sometimes I gotta like take a break. Like, no, they get it. I freaking love Atom.
Yeah. But speaking of something that we have not, or we always put something on there. How about something that we have not done in a while? Sand.
I think we did it 2 weeks ago.
We did?
Maybe,
no, we did
I don't
Mana.
know.
We did Mana a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, no, I know we were like opening up the playbook for some of these style. But either way, Sandbox under $1.30. I know last night we were over $1.30, but I mean, it seems like this is the spot. Like, there's a lot of official names who've chosen Sandbox to build their digital worlds.
Yeah.
And as you heard me, maybe you didn't hear me earlier, because who knows what I said, but Tony Hawk, you know, his skate park on the Sandbox, and I know Snoop Dogg's put a lot of work into the Sandbox. So, yeah, what do you think?
I think people get invested into the metaverse and dive in to building communities for people to interact with will be very lucrative business plans. So Tony Hawk, well done. Snoop Dogg, I'm excited to see who else does it. we'll see. We'll see how all this
Yep.
goes. But I'm glad we opened up Sand in here because it's on Ethereum. So Ethereum upgrade projects like these will benefit.
Yep. And, just like you were talking about with the names, and, we've always mentioned the big names with this project as well, but Flow under $1.70. I like both of these plays for diversification of the portfolio.
Yeah.
Like if you've been dollar cost averaging for a while, that's our process, but, you want to expand to this realm, and it can be a little risky, a little volatile, but I definitely like it. I mean, Flow, they've got all the big names with them. So
yeah, absolutely right. Flow, love to see some solid price action. I mean, it's got a long way from what was its all-time high, $46. Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
So,
but they almost got like that ICP feel where like
Right.
they just like,
Got
I mean,
pumped so
obviously
hard,
not as significant, but like, I mean, I just think it's like, you start the project and you reach that point in the market when it just starts going down and you're like, dang, you didn't even have like a shot at it. But
Yeah.
I mean, they've still been building. And
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
ICP, I'm almost like opening the door on that because I see it go green and I'm
know.
like, I need to know, because we were so like in love with the tech in the beginning.
Yeah.
And just right when the world comes crashing down, you just have ICP from like an insane number.
Yeah.
I think my first buy was like above 1,000.
Yeah, that was the thing about ICP is like we were looking for something to compete against Ethereum because I was observing with you and I were that Ethereum like needed a competitor, and so that was before we found Solana. And once we caught wind of Solana, and now that we're participating in Solana, I'm excited to see what happens next. Like Algorand's NFT market, super underrated, bro. Like people are sleeping. So I mean, it could, if people get tired of Solana, and they're looking for another route, dude, why not Algorand? He's got,
And I don't know if it's out of like lack of exposure, but like every Discord that we're in that's Algorand, it has this like genuine feel, which just is very fitting with the Algorand brand.
Yeah, very much so.
I don't know how we got back to Algorand. Get it? We love Algorand. Yeah, no, next we got AAVE under $94. So, I mean, this was one of the first ones to start sparking up as well.
Yeah, I took a lot of my AAVE and bought a couple more of those Jewish NFTs. So I exited a small position for it. But AAVE, lending and borrowing, this is something that is probably an important piece to a lot of portfolios. I mean, decentralization of lending and borrowing, they just got a stable coin on, or they were talking about bringing one out or something like that. There's a lot of good energy surrounding AAVE because I think the community not only understands, like I'm talking about the common like ideologue of cryptocurrency, right? Of like what it was founded upon. I think everybody understands two things. Stable coins are super important, and the decentralization of lending and borrowing. Those two aspects of what crypto does, super important, and we cannot give up on those. Like, so AAVE is like trying to dive into both, yo. Look how the community's coming together right now after that whole Luna thing and Voyager and Celsius. Like you're seeing USDT go to Cosmos. You saw DAI go to Cosmos. You're seeing these projects talk to and upgrade and communicate. And like, I mean, this is great. This is what we wanted, man. Great time for unity and bringing shit together. So.
Right. Well, bringing it together, we're bringing this to a close. You want to touch that last article? Why do we keep saying touch? Now you got me saying it. You were like, we got to touch on this, and then I was like, God, I freaking hate that saying. It's like touch on what? It's freaking a bit aggressive.
You just wanted to say that, huh? So hitting this, one last thing I wanted to say about AAVE on the crypto moves. This guy under its all-time high of ironically 666.
You want to borrow and lend from the devil?
Huge opportunity there. So I just wanted to clarify, like people definitely do your research on that. But going into it, keep going, friends. Fortune favors the persistent. Being brave is part of the process. Crypto is about building a better world for many and is definitely something worth fighting for. Steady lads, we are deploying more innovation. And anybody that reads that's part of cryptocurrency can see, understand a little bit of the comedy behind what I was writing, but still trying to motivate you at the same time. Steady lads. Shout out to Duquan. What the hell? Being brave. Fortune favors the brave. What the hell? Crypto.com. So thought I would use a little twist here.
Yep.
But,
And I think you nailed it. Just be brave. Now that you've seen some green candles, I've seen a lot of people be like, oh, hindsight, which it always sounds so easy. You're like, I should have bought more. I should have done this. But, keep the vision clear and trust the process. But, even bigger than that, like Too Easy, I feel like this is the spot where we decide to like chase dreams and make our financial, goals come to reality and make our lives better and freaking do things that people are like, oh, normally you're like, that'd be cool if I got to do that sometime. I just want to freaking make $1 billion off crypto and then freaking F off in the world, maybe buy a jet ski or something. I don't know. I'm an Arizona guy. I know boat's a mistake, but I'd buy a jet ski.
Real quick, I want to touch on this. When we had our down move in March of 2020, and I saw the market start going back up after that point, that's when I started the Twitter account Too Easy Crypto, and I created it just so I could talk or like just be a part of the crypto community and like other people's tweets and maybe even retweet or share something that people would like that I would share and just be organic with the market, right? And I fast forward now to what we've done and what we've built, and it's like knowing that we've done it at the bottom. I mean, this is valuable, and this is like, it leaves, without being too sentimental, it leaves me a little speechless knowing, we're here right now and we've built and we're building a lot, trying to teach this to people because we want to teach people how to fish, bro. We're tired of watching people get taken advantage of like we saw happen to
and
our
we
own
just
family,
want to create that teamwork environment where a bunch of other hungry people are trying to figure out what's best for their portfolio, and the more smart people freaking work together, the better solution you get. So, yeah, let's do it. Let's freaking wave this Too Easy flag like these guys who fought the cryptocurrency war in the metaverse.
Nailed it. Finally, we talked about it in the podcast, and we nailed it. We have cut it out the past like 2-3 times, right?
Did we?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not the editor.
I am.
Did we nail it?
Yeah, we did, because
All
I've
right.
cut it out both times because it's been cringe, but you finally nailed it. All right, on that note.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's almost midnight.
Yeah.
For you, at least.
Yeah. Thank you for being here with us, guys. We will catch y'all next week.
Yep. Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.